What I'm looking for in a bank is one that's looking out for me, like NBT. I want a relationship and a team that supports me in my dreams. And when life gets challenging, I need a bank that's focused on what matters. Not to mention one that's been top rated by Forbes in trust, customer service, financial advice, and more. That's why when it comes to meeting my banking needs, it's always NBT. Learn more at nbtbank.com. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome and thanks for tuning in. This is Tom Hickey from 2020 Media, and you are listening to NBT Bank's On the Scene podcast, reaching over 250,000 readers of the Jewish Ledger, West Hartford Magazine, and weha.com live 24/7, 365. And today we are joined by two individuals who we'll introduce in a minute, but they bring and present the largest event. I hope I can say the largest. I think it is the largest event in West Hartford, and we'll talk all about that. But first, let me introduce my co-hosts, who this would not be possible without. Bob Carr. Good morning, Bob, and hello.
Hello, Tom. Good morning. Tom Hickey, along with myself, Koshik Makati, and Ryan Newton, is a founder and partner in weha.com. Tom brings to West Hartford the Connecticut Jewish Ledger, West Hartford Magazine, which is West Hartford's original lifestyle magazine, the various Tastes of West Hartford. We have one coming up on Monday night, the Best of West Hartford, which will have its 11th anniversary coming up this fall, and other fun events throughout the year. Our podcast is assembled and posted by the Modern Observer Group of Middletown, Connecticut. And today our guests are Linda Geisler, sorry about that, of Celebrate West Hartford, and Ryan Young of People's Bank as the presenting sponsor for Celebrate West Hartford. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So can you give us a little history of Celebrate West Hartford? What's the idea behind it? If folks don't know what they could expect when they get there.
Sure, I'd be happy to do that. Celebrate West Hartford this year is in its 38th year. With the first Celebrate West Hartford was in 1987, and it was created by a small group of West Hartford residents that included the mayor, who was then Chris Droney, town councilwoman Madeline McCurden, town clerk Nan Glass. They had an idea to create an event that would both honor West Hartford history and celebrate its way of life. So it has grown since then. It is now a festival that includes an arts and crafts show that has over 150 exhibitors. We have a full carnival with rides, kiddie rides through adult rides. We have a huge food court and live music all weekend. We have a 5K and a Kids K on Sunday morning. And interspersed through it all, we have our great sponsors and nonprofit exhibitors that exhibit, and they provide free activities for people. And you can find out everything from the best workout routine for you to how to recycle different items in your house, where to bank, all that kind of stuff. It's really a fun and festive atmosphere.
So, Linda, this will be the 38th year. Is that what you said for Celebrate? 38?
Yes.
And
38.
How many years have you been spearheading it? Because you're in charge of the whole thing, right?
This is my 11th event.
Yeah.
My 11th event, yes.
We should be able to remember that because it will be the 11th of the Best of West Hartford. So there you go. So
there you go.
Yeah, that's good. And I don't know why I'm even throwing this out there because it's irrelevant, but I think I remember did you take over from Barbara? Is that what it was? It was
no, I took over from Helen Rubino Turco.
Helen, that's right. Yeah.
Who is now the director of leisure services and social services for the town. Okay. So my position is a town position. I'm a town employee, and we're under leisure services.
Under leisure services, gotcha. Great. All right.
But supported by a huge contingent of dedicated volunteers.
Yeah, absolutely.
We couldn't do it without them.
For sure.
Yeah.
We have our presenting sponsor here, Ryan. So how did the People's Bank get involved? What's the history there?
Yeah, so we kind of came on board when we opened our location here in West Hartford back in 2021. So to my knowledge, I believe we've been presenting sponsors since we came to town. a few years ago. So it's been a great way to get into the community, to kind of grow our brand and kind of get to know West Hartford a little bit more. And as a West Hartford resident, it's been great to see the collaboration and support between Linda and her team and People's Bank. So it's been a nice collaboration the last few years.
And as People's Bank grows too throughout the region, area, Linda, you attract people from all over to come to celebrate West Hartford. This is not just a West Hartford event.
We do. You're right. We do hope that people from all over the region will come, and quite often we do find people who come from all over the state. It is certainly everything that we have to offer here is for anyone. The Arts and Crafts Show, I said that we have over 150 vendors, and about 2/3 of them are from Connecticut. Okay. 14 of them are from West Hartford. Okay. And the others come from all over New England and as far as North Carolina and Florida.
Okay. And is that still a juried show, Linda?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I'm not a arts and crafts follower, but I know that that's a key word.
Which means we're selective.
Okay.
We get far more than 150 applications, and we look at each application and kind of divide them up into what their media is, what their art medium is, whether it's jewelry or photography or sculpture, and then we kind of select the best of each of those groups to be represented at Celebrate.
What I love is I get to do all of my holiday shopping.
Yeah, there you go. That's right.
I get it done in June, and I'm good to go for the year.
And that's another thing. We look at price ranges of people's artwork. So we try to have items that are affordable for even the kids who are shopping for their moms or dads. But we also have very high-end art that collectors are looking for.
I always say too, and it makes me think of gifts that there's always, something that's really popular, like you'll see everybody walking around with it or something, and it just sort of it draws you, to that, exhibit booth or whatever, just to learn more, about it, because, you're sort of thinking everybody else has it. I should have one too, that kind of, yeah, it's fun.
Not to mention all the great food that we get to enjoy with the weekend, which is awesome as well. That old time kind of carnival food, and it's delicious.
Absolutely.
One of the things that we didn't mention early on here is, where is Celebrate West Hartford in West Hartford?
There you go, Bob.
That's a very good question. We take over the grounds of Town Hall, so right in the center of West Hartford. Town Hall sits on a beautiful property, and the Arts and Crafts Show is on the green, on the front lawn, and the carnival, the exhibitor booths, the food, all is set up in the parking lot around the side and the back of Town Hall. So our footprint is our footprint. We can't really get any bigger than that. So the creativity has to come within that.
Gotcha. So Ryan mentioned food. So what are some of the favorites that are there? Ryan, you mentioned it earlier. You have a favorite thing that you like to get at a carnival?
I am always a sucker for the lemonade and fried dough. So those are usually my two at least go-tos, at least once in the weekend. Usually all weekends, I have the full lemonade. It keeps me going, because we're there all weekend. But it's a great opportunity to kind of let your diet go for the weekend. The kettle corn's amazing too.
I was just going to say that the popcorn always seems to have a huge line. Yeah,
that is always very popular. Yeah.
Linda, you have a favorite?
My favorites. Well, I can't say what my favorites are.
Yeah.
That would be
That's right.
It's too political, right. But I can say.
Fair point. Sorry to ask that.
But we've seen a trend over the last couple of years. You'll see more food trucks here, as it has been the trend everywhere. Most of our food vendors used to operate out of tents from under tents. And so that's changed a bit. But we have everything from coffee in the morning for our early volunteers to the lemonade. And we have Thai food. We have salt and kebab, which is our Greek food. We have the world's best sundae. We have flavors, which is more of a Caribbean food. So really a wide range of cuisines, let's say.
Bob, you were on the ball and you asked where where the event took place. I think that's great. What are the dates and the hours, Linda, for the event?
This year's event is June 7th and 8th. That's Saturday and Sunday. Saturday we open at 10 and we close at 6. And on Sunday we open at noon and close at 6. However, caveat to that is on Sunday morning is when our road races take place. It's a Kids K fund run, non-competitive event for them, and then a 5K, which is a competitive event. One of the hallmarks to our 5K is that we give great prizes. We have over almost 70 prizes that we give out in different age categories and divisions. And I'll tell you, some of the prizes this year are one of our partners in the event is Fleet Feet, and I understand that they'll be giving out Gooder brand sunglasses, which are popular among runners and others alike. We have gift cards from different restaurants and retail establishments in West Hartford. We have gift cards to next year's race too. So,
okay.
And then
every year I say I'm going to run in that race, and I always forget, and I never do. So, is there a registration or a cutoff, or do you just show up, or how does that work?
So you can find the registration on our website, which is very easy: CelebrateWestHartford.com. That will take you to our main website, and you can register for the event there. You can register to volunteer there. There are a couple of different links that you'll find on the website. Registration for the road race, you can register online right up until the race, but we encourage people to register early, obviously. This year, our cutoff for guaranteeing getting a t-shirt, custom for this year, t-shirt is May 23rd.
May 23rd.
Because we've got to get that order in.
And that's what. Is there a fee for it, or is it?
Oh yes, there is a fee. The 5K is $30, and the Kids K is $5.
Where will you find West Hartford's best and most comprehensive business news? At weha.com. Subscribe to the weha.com newsletter Business Buzz for free every Monday at weha.com. Log on to we-ha.com. We have it all in West Hartford.
And people should know that a portion of the proceeds of Celebrate West Hartford, including the road race, go to the Town That Cares, which is a town-administered fund that helps our neighbors in need through the food pantry, through emergency assistance for paying utilities and things like that, and also the Leisure Services Scholarship Fund, and that's a fund that serves our neighbors in need to send their kids to camps and programs throughout the year, leisure services programs throughout the year, important things like learning how to swim and sometimes school vacation camps. So, their parents have options when they have to work.
So I had a question for Ryan here. So I know leading up to the event, I know the promotion goes on, and you just had I missed it, unfortunately, a great event for West Hartford Chamber, and you guys both are business after hours at your location on Farmington Avenue. What's the address is?
So we're at 102 LaSalle Road, right by the post office.
102 LaSalle. Sorry about that. I had the wrong one. Sorry about that.
I will say, despite all the construction on LaSalle, we are still open. Despite what the fencing around our building looks like, we are still open and eagerly, having people in the branch.
Well, besides having folks come to the branch and other things, how is the Celebrate promoted throughout the region? How do you guys do that? I'll start with you, Ryan. I mean, if you have thoughts on that.
Yeah, so I mean, we do a lot of promotion within People's Bank through our social media. We have a great sort of social media team that is led by our champion Chrissy Kitty up in our Holyoke office. So her and her team, they do an amazing job with promoting it via social, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. And the after hours event that we had was sort of a great kind of kickoff to it, to kind of put it on people's mind, let it know that it's coming down the pike, and to just kind of get excited for it and to kind of put it in your calendar now. June, it's kind of starts vamping up for everyone's kind of get out of Dodge and get out of town weekend. So it's a great opportunity to put it in your calendar and to kind of make sure that, you're in town for it.
Hmm. Well, that's the nice thing too about it being like I always know when it's going to be because it's always right around my wife's birthday. But the other thing which is nice, about it being in June is that people are still here. School is still in session and that kind of thing. So it's not like we're competing with somebody's vacation or something in July or August, right, Linda?
Yes, that's pretty deliberate on our part. I will say it's kind of the unofficial start of summer. We do plan to have it before the end of school. One of the important components of Celebrate has been, and I think this is going back to the beginning, the school bands perform on Saturday. They are our live music on Saturday. And they draw great crowds. Clearly, their friends and families come out to watch them and hear them. And it's really the longest concert that each of those groups play in a year. So everything that they're doing leads up to the Celebrate performance. It's the top jazz bands from 3 of the high schools in town, Conard, Hall High School, and Northwest Catholic. And then also 3 jazz bands from the 3 middle schools, Bristow, Sedgwick, and KP. Beautiful. So it's full lineup, and we have sometimes some of their singing groups as well.
And if people want to see those things, Linda, that also is listed on the website or no?
Yeah, it is not yet. We're still working on the schedule for when the Saturday performances will be. That will be on the website closer to the event. But yes, you can count on hearing the school bands on Saturday. And on Sunday, we have professional bands from the region play. We try to mix it up every year and not repeat bands from year to year. This year, we have 3 bands that are playing. Speakeasy is an acoustic duo, singer-songwriter music. They will start us on Sunday, but kind of ease us into the day for about an hour, starting at noon on Sunday. And then we have a dance band out of Western Mass. They're called Fever. I think they will have the crowd up and dancing. That's my hope and expectation. And then we finish with a band called Personal Touch. They are Motown, R&B. They headlined the Hartford Jazz Festival for 10 years. So I'm really excited to hear them.
Fantastic. And again, as we get closer, they can just go to the website, right, Linda, and the details?
Again, yes.
And the website again?
CelebrateWestHartford.com.
Beautiful. Great. Okay.
Well, the question I had is just a general rule. How many people do you usually have come on that the weekend from Saturday and Sunday? What's your normal crowd that shows up in West Hartford?
So we have done a census a few years ago, and we don't charge admission. That's one of the great things about Celebrate West Hartford is it's free to attend. And but having said that, that's one of the ways that you would be able to count how many people come. So unless we do a census every year, we don't know. But our estimate is about close to 40,000 people over the course of the weekend.
Wow. Right. So just as a reference point, that's only 65,000 people live in West Hartford. So you're getting people from a wide
Yes.
variety of folks coming. Wow.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
I hadn't
And you know, some people come just for the arts and crafts. Some people just come for the carnival. Some people just run the road race. It's really, like I said, there's something for everyone and all ages.
Yeah. That's where I was going. For those who might be driving around listening right now, don't think there's 40,000 people that flock to West Hartford all at once. So we'd have quite a nightmare.
Exactly.
Well, we have free parking in Isham Garage, which is 17 Isham Road. That's free parking for the weekend. We also have work with our partners to provide parking for the arts and crafts people in lots nearby. So we find ways to park the people who are working the event as well as the people coming to visit the event.
Absolutely. And it's also, I think, fair to say too, depending upon the weather, a little bit, but a lot of people who might happen to be, in West Hartford, do walk. I mean, in that sense, just because they do know that it's going to be crowded. And if it's a beautiful day, it's a nice, opportunity to take a stroll,
And biking is very popular as well.
Yeah.
Bike West Hartford is a nonprofit group in town that does a lot of work on behalf of cyclists, and they operate a valet parking, bike parking, if you will. So you can ride your bike to celebrate West Hartford. You can drop it off with them. They set up bike stands on Burr Street, which is one on the south end of our property, and they will protect your bike over the course of the time of your stay, and you can come back and get your bike and ride on home. So it's a great service that Bike West Hartford
See, you learn
provides.
something new every day, right? I didn't know that. That's great. That's wonderful.
No, I know we're up against time, so I wanted to give Ryan another shot there. You want to, any final words, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, we're just excited. I know every year we try and do something fun and new, unique to kind of set ourselves aside. So last year we did a really fun photo booth. This year we are working with a local artist to create a coloring book.
Wow.
We're going to do a Celebrate West Hartford coloring book. So when, kids come in, they can either grab the color book, go home, or we're going to set up a table with crayons. So it can be kind of just a nice chill zone, so kids can come, hang out, their parents can, take a breath of fresh air and just kind of relax a moment while their kids kind of doodle around before they kind of move on to the next tent and the next adventure. So we're looking forward to having a really cool coloring book, and hopefully, we'll see everyone in town and the surrounding area. So we'd love to meet everyone. So please, stop by our booth. We'd love to meet you all.
Great. And the marketing guy in me, Ryan, can't help it, as you know, but you have great windows on LaSalle Road there, so you could take some of those beautifully colored pages and post them, for people.
Yes, absolutely. So we're excited for that, to kind of keep it fresh and do something new every year.
Very cool.
And that's Ryan hits the nail on the head. As I said earlier, we have the footprint, right? We have a limited space, but how things are different every year is what the exhibitors and sponsors, nonprofits bring to the event and the activities that they offer people. Some of the other activities I'm really excited about for the coloring book. I think that will be very popular and will have a long life. Some of the other activities that we're expecting are a dunk tank. The West Hartford Fire Department is setting up a dunk tank, and we're working on the who will get dunked. We're hoping for some town celebrities for that. But there are people give away items. There are contests for free tickets to plays and shows and things like that. The Bushnell is here. Capitol Classics is here. Like I said, you can really something for everyone.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us today, Linda and Ryan especially. Make sure that everybody not only goes to celebrate on June 7 and June 8. Did I get those dates right? Saturday.
June 7th and 8th.
And if you have any thoughts as you get closer to those dates or want any more information, you can always go to the website, celebratewesthartford.com. Did I get that right?
Yes, you
All
got
right.
that right. My email and phone number is all over that website as well. So if anyone wants to reach out, there are ways to get involved through sponsorship, like I said, nonprofit organizations, and volunteers. We need over about 150 volunteers that do about 1,000 hours of volunteer work over the course of the year.
Amazing. All right. Well, like all good things, this must come to an end. So thank you for joining us. But we are out of time. Again, please make sure that you support Celebrate West Hartford this year and in future years. I can't believe it's 38 years old already. we won't say how old we are then. But, that's pretty interesting. And special thanks again, as I started in the intro, of this, to our presenting sponsor for the podcast, which is NBT Bank, because without them, there would be no podcast. So we appreciate their continued support. We'll look for you at Celebrate West Hartford, and we'll see you on the scene. Be well.
Thank you.
What I'm looking for in a bank is one that's looking out for me, like NBT. I want a relationship and a team that supports me in my dreams. And when life gets challenging, I need a bank that's focused on what matters. Not to mention one that's been top rated by Forbes in trust, customer service, financial advice, and more. That's why when it comes to meeting my banking needs, it's always NBT. Learn more at nbtbank.com. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.